Take me someplace where there's music and there's laughter. Now here you go again, you say.
It's just a long string of very bad luck. And I don't know what kind of carnage I inflicted in a past life to deserve it. I must have been Dracula or a...
Don't get it twisted, I want you, but I don't need you. Put my own food on the table. Oh, let me feed you.
And I didn't have to go say, okay, wait, we need to arrange the budget. All right, we need 8 beans and rice this week so that we can do that. It was like, okay, we got it. We budget out a certain amount to be able to give for things like that, because everybody has crap time. Everybody has junk time where they just need a little bit of help. And I just look at like these little small things that are there. And entrepreneurship, starting that, being able to start your own business and having control and saying, you know what, I'm going to do this with my money. I'm going to impact this woman's life so that she can get a good night's sleep, so she can be a better mom. Like, to me, that's what it's all about. And it doesn't need to be glitz and glamour and big, huge things. It's the little tiny things that can add up. And when you have a business, yay, you control that.
Thank you for sharing that. I think it's a lesson women need to hear more and more. That it's beautiful to step into owning your own business and being an entrepreneur. Beautiful. It's to serve, it's to love, it's to share, it's to make money and celebrate yourself and grow. And as you said, having the trust and knowing that you are being supported and being called to something that's bigger. But
To be here.
I could talk to you for days because what you're saying is so special and so needed. But I want to know a little more about your journey when you said you stepped into it and God said, please do not quit.
Mm-hmm.
What happened and where did you grow your business? And I want to hear a little more about that.
Okay, so I brought some show and tell. You okay with that?
Yes.
Okay, a block of wood right here. So this represents so much about business building. This was one of the products that I sold. So I found this long stick of wood back behind the shed of our home, which a future owner had put it there and just left it there. And I went and I grabbed it and I chopped it into these little tiny blocks of wood. And I'm taking pictures of them to post online. And my neighbor comes around the corner and he's like, Allison, what are you doing? And I was like, I'm going to sell blocks of wood. I was so excited.
Wait, I have to stop you. Where did this idea, do you get these downloads of like, this sounds good?
I'll tell you where.
Yeah.
I'll tell you where.
Okay.
Because you don't have to be creative. Yeah, just hang on.
Okay, good.
Because it's so good, because it's provided for everybody. You don't have to be creative. So anyways, I'm cutting up these blocks of wood, and he comes over, and he looks at me, and he's like, don't I sell trash? And I was like, oh.
Hey, what do neuroscience, Buddhism, Taoism, and Stoicism all have in common? They all figured out that
the things that light your soul on fire and that help you fall in love with your life every single day. The things that light your
I have a saying, for me anyway, that the elephant keeps walking as the dogs keep barking. When you become successful, everybody wants you to be successful.
things that light your
I have a
Maybe the next stage of your healing journey is just telling
Is this product gonna be good enough? And then tons of self-doubt start coming into your head, right? Oh my gosh, maybe this is trash.
nobody's gonna buy it. It's stupid.
Yeah. And I said, you know what? I don't have time for those thoughts. Just go sit over and time out for a second. I gotta hurry and get the product up. Put the product up. We ended up selling enough to pay off my entire minivan at the time and naked blocks of wood. And then people are like, how did you do that? I'm not creative. I'm not either. We have Pinterest. God gave us Pinterest. So we go over there, and I literally sold these blocks of wood, and then I showed what you can do with the blocks of wood. So one of the things was, imagine making a countdown, a little advent calendar, and chubby little toddler fingers like turning down in anticipation for Santa Claus to arrive. Or you take a set of 9 and you glue the kids' pictures on them, wrap it up in a bow, they present it to mom, grandma for Mother's Day, and the grandma's like, this is the best gift ever. And so you start pulling in those emotions, right? That's what sales is. You're serving. So the mom with all the little kids doesn't have to go find a saw and cut down blocks of wood. She doesn't want to do that, right? She's cleaning up lunch or whatever. And you're like, here are these blocks of wood. Let's make this project super simple for you so that your mom, the grandma, will absolutely love it. And so I think when we learn that sales is not sales is service. How do we serve people? Then it takes like I don't want to be a salesperson. Like it takes it away and it allows us to step into who we need to be. And that's serving human beings. We were meant to serve. And when we do that, when we put the value out into the world, then we get this stuff with the paper with a guy's face on it, right? That rewards us because we're going out there and we're serving people at the highest level. We're doing it because we care, not because of the paper with a guy's face on it.
I see your vision, and you kept stepping into, look at what I get to present to other moms. They're giving gifts from their children to grandma, and I get to provide this.
Yes.
And that unique way of looking at sales, not, I'm trying to make money.
Yeah.
But I'm getting to give grandma this beautiful gift from my kids.
Yes. Thank you. And I love, so starting an online store, can we please change the word e-commerce to something pretty? Like,
yes, let's do it.
Let's start a trend. I don't know the word yet. We got to start a trend that calls it something else. But when you can step in there and improve people's lives with something that doesn't have to have a trademark, doesn't have to have a patent, doesn't need to be complex. Because get on any magazine or read anything about starting an e-commerce store, and they say you've got to have a brilliant idea. No, you don't. I sold blocks of wood when I first got started. I've sold cupcake liners. I've sold straws. I've sold necklaces. Just very ordinary things sell because people are already buying them. So after we started that store, we grew it to multi-million by year 2, which when I say that, I still kind of like, that's such a big number because I started out as a school teacher. And so to say that, it's very, very humbling to me that I didn't even take a business class. I didn't know how to import, export. I didn't even know the difference between the two when I first got started. I just sold stuff from around my house. And that's what started something so ordinary, and it led to something so extraordinary. But the creep thought of this was a one-hit wonder, Allison, you're not good enough, kept coming back into my head. And so I'm like, all right, I'm gonna start another business. So I started selling pillowcases, which, do you have a pillowcase?
Yes. Yes.
Everybody has pillowcases, right? And so I was like, if everybody's buying pillowcases, why don't I just sell pillowcases? Instead of coming up with this new invention that I had to go pay a lawyer to get a patent, trademark on all the snazzy things, get a prototype, and then maybe 2 years later, I'd finally have a product to sell. But then it would take me 6 months to convince the world that they would need this product, or I could sell pillowcases that people are already buying. So I just started with pillowcase. We built that to a multi-million-dollar brand too.
Just a simple pillowcase? Was there anything?
We did quotes on it and pictures, and then we had some with names on it. But it was a pillowcase. People are like, yeah, I need a pillowcase. That's an easy buy, right? Versus this fancy thing that they don't even know what it is yet. All right, I've done this twice. I'm gonna see if my daughters can do it. This is my favorite part. my favorite part of the story. I think this is my greatest accomplishment because it showed possibilities.
She was a forgiver. Her heart was so large. She didn't know how to give up on people because she always believed the good in those she loved. She was a forgiver.
Listen, all around you are spirits.